It has now been over 3 years of me living in my home, and if you've been hanging around with me during that time, you have probably seen this front entranceway slowly coming together. Now, I do think a room is a slowly ever evolving space, and honestly, when I just look around this room, I've had thoughts about how I want to make it more me, and honestly more us, now that I have a roommate. I do not know if we're gonna agree on a decision here.
Yeah, that could look nice.
I like that a lot.
How many times until I'm not allowed to make over this space anymore?
Could think about it.
I'll think about it. It's like the universal no. Next.
I just need a win. Thanks to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. So let's talk about the 3 or 4 major issues that I have with this space. So this space is not defined. It's an entryway, it's a foyer, it's an extension of my living room all at once, but it's just a big open space. And although that makes it easy to move through, I feel like we should figure out something to add here so that it feels defined and purposeful. Next up is lacking a little bit of personality. I look around it and I'm not like, this is my house, I love it. I'm like, this is a room, cool. Number 3, this tile. Never liked it. Lastly, my boyfriend calls this the Barney room just because the fireplace is kind of purple and the walls are kind of green. He does not like this color combo at all. That's fine. I do not mind repainting the fireplace. Twist my arm. So let's start with that fireplace design. I have made a choose your own adventure fireplace design edition game so that me and my roommate, aka boyfriend, can pick a design that we both like. I've definitely rigged the process. Don't tell him. But first up, we need to show Elliott that the fireplace is not Barney. This is Barney.
Elliott, can you come here so we can talk fireplace designs?
Oh my god, are you kidding? Where did you get a Barney costume?
I needed to show you that this is Barney.
Okay.
This is not Barney.
Uh-huh.
This is just good color theory. You want a hug?
Kind of. Oh my god, that's so funny. And kind of creepy. I mean, it's not Barney purple, you're not wrong.
Okay, my point's proven. We can go home now. Good night.
Did you buy it?
What do you think?
I was hoping you did.
Okay, but seriously, let's talk design.
Can you even use a laptop like that?
Not really. Welcome to Choose Your Own Design,
Uh-huh.
Fireplace Edition.
Uh-huh.
Let's remember some of the elements that we're working with here, the colors that we already have going on, this greeny beige color that's not gonna change, the tile we have in the hallway, the flooring color, just to get us in the right headspace for thinking about what we need to do here. We have first choice, option A or option B. We could go funky paint. It could be stripy, it could be checkered, but then probably a solid tile. Or we could go a solid paint color, TBD, and maybe more of an interesting tile, or just solid tile too.
Solid paint tile.
Okay.
This is it's too busy.
I figured. That means choice 2. Do you want to go for A, solid tile, B, a vintage design, C, checkered tile, or D, an alternative mosaic?
I mean, I can like it solid or vintage.
Elliott likes to play it a little bit safer than me, even though, as you may have noticed from the house, I am pretty safe, except for when I'm filming videos. But in general, my design, I play it a little safe.
I mean, like, vintage is cool, though.
Vintage is cool, and I think
fits the tile.
it matches the tile in the entryway, and obviously we can't be doing like a million different design styles here, so I agree with some type of version of a vintage design. I think that does make sense, even though I do love checkered.
Would you do mixed?
Mixed what?
Like vintage on the bottom and then a solid insert?
Could think about it. I think I'll have to mock it up.
I'll think about it. It's like the universal no. Next.
For choice 3, we have a bunch of different colors. I just threw them out there, and this one I really don't know. And this is hard because it's like I don't want a dark color because I feel like this is a dark color. But at the same time, I put in some of these lighter colors, like a more seafoam color or like even a yellow. And I'm like, that doesn't feel so right either. I don't know.
You want me to know?
I mean, I put colors here that I like, so I don't hate any of these.
I like darker for sure. Not...
You think, so your problem with this is not that it's dark, your problem with this is that it's Barney.
Barney. It's just a weird contrasting color.
Which is an element of design, just saying.
Blue's a weird one to bring in. Copper could be kind of cool.
Copper, I am super interested in because I think the reflection of light will be
needed.
Interesting, and it's so neutral that I feel like it could go with what we already have going on. And like, we need to remember that this is like a greeny color. We did it at the office, love it. Actually, this screenshot right here is from the door at the office. That's exactly what it looks like at our office. Here's some mock-ups of what that paint color with that tile could look like.
I like the one on the left.
I mean, I need to come up with what the vintage tile design is gonna be because it could be so many different things. Okay, well, thank you for playing my game and for helping me come up with the design. Was the bit worth it?
It doesn't look as purple when you wear purple next to it.
Do you want to try?
How do you, do I want to try the Barney costume on?
I feel like you should try it on. Wait, you make a better Barney.
It fits me better. First of all, he's a full-size dinosaur.
Your arms look so small. Okay, this is the worst part, not gonna lie. Why do your arms look so stupid?
Now that we've agreed on a general design, it's time for me to get to work.
Before I can nail down the exact tile design, I need to get a better look at what I'm dealing with. So we do have a bit of a chicken versus the egg situation here. I don't know the exact tile design I want because I kind of want to see what tile options are out there, but also I can't pick a tile before I know the design that I want. So I'm kind of just going to be doing everything at once. Come up with some general designs, but then also be willing to tweak those based on what I can find out in the tile world.
I do have some ideas, but my first stop for inspo is online. When it comes to shopping, my first stop is always secondhand to see what my options are, whether that's online or in store. I actually checked out this antique store and they did have fireplace mantles and even fireplace tile, but not enough for what I would need and not quite the right style. I think this is great, but it's not enough. Definitely worth coming to look though. So next stop is seeing what some of my favorite tile stores have available in order to even see what my options are before coming up with a pattern.
What would you do on the inside?
I know, that's the
Would you
question.
still go black? I guess black kind of goes with that still.
And it's like it's less harsh than this. That's
Yeah.
why I don't like this. It's like,
That's very harsh. Kind of a vibe.
yeah. Or even, yeah. I mean, like that could look
I
nice.
like that a lot.
I like that too.
Even though I really thought I wanted something black and white that corresponded with what I had in the hallway, once I see this in the space, I know for sure this is not it. And instead of matching what's in the hallway in a nice way, it actually clashes because it's not different enough and maybe the pattern isn't big enough. Although my plan wasn't to go for a checkered pattern, after seeing this at the tile shop, I could not help but to bring it home. It is so beautiful, and I think it ties in really nicely with the hallway and with the kitchen that I just renovated. And the good thing about going with something larger instead of mosaic is that I believe a mosaic needs some kind of frame or border. When you look at all the inspo pics on the internet, most of them have some kind of detailed tile border. And I think it just really completes the space versus not having a border. And finding a border and finding the right tile to work for a border can be difficult and also a custom job. After much deliberation, I think I have a tile choice for the hearth and also the inside of the fireplace on the floor, as well as a separate tile for the walls of the inside of the fireplace. Now, while I wait for a quote to come back for that tile, let's get ready for the next day. I don't know about you guys, but scent has such a strong memory connection for me. And I think that might be why I rarely finish a bottle of fragrance, is because I just kind of get sick of it because it takes a while for me to go through it. And then it's been all of a sudden a year or two. And I'm like, I don't want this scent to be connected to memories from my past. So when I found out about Scentbird, I was like, that's very genius. If you didn't know, Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service, which means that you can try out designer fragrances before committing to an entire bottle, or if you're like me, you can just get a manageable amount of fragrance that you can try and then move on to your next scent, and also take it with you because this is travel sized. And I don't know about you, but have you ever tried traveling with your perfume? Because your bag will smell good by the end of the trip. That's about it. Travel safe. Every month you can try at least one new fragrance or more if you want for just $17 a month. So I've been trying a few different fragrances and I would be curious to know what your guys' favorites are so I can add those to my list. But I've tried the House of Beau recently, Infinitude fragrance. I just found this to be very different from anything I've ever tried before, with notes of cedarwood and oud and incense. Another scent I've been trying is Rachel Zoe's Fearless. This one in a good way reminds me of a past scent that I've loved. This one has notes of coconut and amber and vanilla, and it's sexy. This one's sexy. But maybe my favorite is Jo Love's White Rose and Lemon Leaves. It is that like sweet florally, but it does have lemon and cedarwood again, so it really grounds it because I don't like something that's too floral. And if you're like me and you don't really know where to start when it comes to fragrance, Scentbird does have a quiz online where you can just give them the mood, the vibe, the notes that you do know you like, so they can guide you in the right direction. With Scentbird, you can sign up and receive up to 3 travel size scents monthly. With each fragrance, you'll get a 30-day supply to try a new fragrance before committing to a full-size bottle. To niche brands like Parfum de Marly, DS and Durga, Confessions of a Rebel, and more. They have perfumes and colognes and a lot of unisex options, and some fragrances cost over $150, while some are even equivalent to $300 to $500. Make sure you click the link below to visit Scentbird's website, or you can scan the QR code here and use our code TheSorryGirls for 55% off of your first month, which means that you get to try it out for just $8. Okay, now that we are smelling good, let's get to work. We got painting to do. I'm gonna need the camera, aren't I? Yeah. So, this just happened, and we're not gonna talk about it. So Elliott and I both like the copper color from the Choose Your Own Design game, but I think it is worth swatching a few colors that I just have around the house and that I picked up from the office to see if anything sways my opinion. I'm curious if the copper on like white shows up different than the copper on the purple. I love green. It's so calming. It's definitely not brighter. If I wanted a lighter
color. This is not it. Is it pretty? I mean, yeah. I'm gonna sit with this decision, but in the meantime, let's rip up this tile. She sounds unsure. Because she is. Is that brick? What is that? Hold up. What? Okay, so it's looking like there's like some brick under here. I'm gonna demo this all anyways, obviously. I don't think I'll be able to use this, especially because my floor, my wood floor is set above it. Unexpected turn of events. Hi.
Oh.
Look what,
brick?
yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It's kind of cool, but I don't know if it's very cool. We'll have to see. It's coming off so easy though. Not this brick that we discovered under the fireplace tile being basically the same color as the current fireplace. Okay, wait, I was just sitting here thinking about what I'm gonna do in here. And then I saw that it kind of looks like it's been plastered. And now after discovering the brick on the ground, I'm like, well, maybe this plaster is covering brick in the back? I might regret this. I honestly most likely will regret this. Oh wow, that looks like brick up there, but then there's like concrete covering it. This is not how I expected today to go at all. I mean, if this is brick, I'm happy about that. This could be my exterior brick. After reflecting on it over the night, I decided to cover up the area because I'm just not sure if this is soot from the fireplace or if this is potentially black mold. Okay, and how quickly would you be able to come by? Yeah, I do have a spot in my fireplace that I'm afraid might be mold. While I wait to have this potential mold checked out, I'm gonna get started on another project. So the thing about this chair is that I think it's so boring. I think that the color's boring. I think that the fact that it doesn't really have any texture and it's very flat and just blends in with the wall and is the same color as my couch. And I've tried so many secondhand chairs, but they're always just like a little too big or a little too square. And now I've kind of fallen in love with this shape, but just not the color and maybe not the texture. So I'm bringing it into the office. Rochelle's there. I feel like we're gonna talk through this problem. Maybe she can help me with it because I just need a win. So Rochelle and I talked through a few options. First being dyeing the chair a color, and second, fully reupholstering. We decided to try dyeing a chair first because it is a more cost-effective option, a more time-effective option, and it is an easier option that can actually be done before needing to take on reupholstering. Anyways, Rochelle is gonna take on this project because I gotta go. I actually just got a call that Dice is on their way to my house to check out my mold situation. But before I leave, I'm actually stealing some leftover paint from the studio because I think it'll come in handy for painting the fireplace. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? Nice to see you again.
Good, nice to see you too.
Okay.
So, what happened? It's a new house.
I know.
How you have mold?
Well, this is the old part of the new house. I don't know if it's fireplace soot
Okay.
or mold. And it feels like it might be the mold.
No.
No?
No.
That's not mold?
No, it's just the paper. It's fine. You just can take that. That's fine.
Okay, so I can keep going.
Yeah, it's probably because of the fire.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's because of the fire.
Wow, thank you so much.
No worries, it's all good.
I appreciate that.
No
worries.
Oh my god, also nice shoes. These are the ones I wanted.
No worries.
I hope to see you again, but not see you again, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Look great you have, by the way.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
Well, if you guys need asbestos or demolition or mold removal, you need to call North Phoenix because Dice is sweet. Oh my god, I'm so relieved. Okay, now I feel dumb because I was like, I thought that was like fireplace soot, but then I was like, the way that it's between the layers and not fully on the brick. Oh, okay. Since I got the all clear, let's finish demoing this plaster to reveal the original brick. Now I don't really know what I'm gonna do in the fireplace yet. This does save me from buying a tile and tiling it, but should I paint it? Should I try to clean it even more? I was maybe thinking of like tinting it so that it's like colored but not too opaque. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments down below what I should do on the inside of this fireplace because I don't think we're there yet. It's not looking the way I need it to. Speaking of things that don't look the way they need to, I think it's time to paint this fireplace. It's been long enough, but the first thing I need to do is prep, including getting down this mirror, which is so stupid heavy. It usually takes at least 3 people.
Did you want to slide it?
I think so.
How heavy is this thing?
It's heavy, or at least before I was working out. Maybe it's fine now. Heavy
Catch
lifting,
it if it falls.
you're balancing it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Oh, that's not that.
Oh, I'm way stronger now than I was then. So let me explain myself. I did decide to do the copper, but when we painted over the studio door, it was like a terracotta, and I did it in a way that the base color showed through in some areas, and that's what I want to achieve here so that there's some dimension and lightness to the copper. So this mustard is really just a base coat for my copper. Mel is chirping me that I'm the only person that would put up painter tape after I'm basically done painting, but
She's not wrong.
I just couldn't get nicely into the corners as I hoped that I would be able to. So now I'm taping. I'm gonna do the paint seal trick, which if you guys don't know this trick, honestly, I don't think there's a point of taping unless you're gonna do this trick with it. We have a video, Rochelle did a how to go do episode on how to achieve that, which will be linked below, but I'm gonna tape this off and finish painting the rest of this, but can I just say, don't hate this color. So my next steps include Rochelle trying to dye my chair. We've never done something like this before, and I need to decide whether I'm gonna keep this mustard color, which I'm kind of into, or to go with my original plan, which was to make it copper. I'm also still waiting for my tile order to come in, but I'm curious if you think I'm gonna go with the checkered option, the green tile option, or the mosaic option. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time when we pull this thing together. If you like this video, then you might want to check out the episode of Making Home from when I first moved in and started demoing the house. I feel like I really am on one of those HGTV shows where it's like the homeowners coming by and seeing what's up. Like, this is nothing I've ever experienced before, just like checking in on my home.